All right, the walk to work today. It's election day. Hope everyone gets out and votes or has already voted, and hope you don't get mad at anyone who didn't vote the way you did, because the whole point is we get to make choices every few years, and if you don't like it, you get to change it. Anyway, I talked yesterday about regulation and about how do we really want more regulation? Do we really want the people that we might be voting for or against in Congress today, and the person we're voting for president and their appointees that maybe we didn't get to vote for? Do we really want them to be the ones that get to decide, make those compromises, and get to decide what happens in the kind of crypto blockchain world? My answer, of course, yesterday was not really. Let them just hold out and hold out and hold out until we build the system big enough to where they have to come to us. Anyway, the reason why I think there needs to be more adoption of innovation by the government of blockchain technology is because of the transparency. Because if you allow more of our assets, more of our financial system to exist on chain, you actually don't need as much regulation. You don't need to sit there and think about it. You don't need a whole government organization, regulators and such that are going to be policing all these projects, because everything is going to be so transparent. What do I mean by that? Well, the reasons we have security flaws is specifically for transparency, because back before the Great Depression, people were issuing stocks and having companies go public and raising money, and there was nothing there. It's just shells or sham companies. And if we have everything on chain, then we all get to see up to the second what's happening with any particular organization or any particular project. So the whole point would be decide what you need, what needs to be transparent, what needs to be in those smart contracts. And right now, anything crypto, anything on chain like that is 1,000 times more transparent than any publicly traded companies or any publicly traded securities. So if you just let blockchain technology do what it's going to do, and if you let the financial system run on that, the transparency means that you don't need to necessarily go through all the paperwork and all the time to go public. You just have to have the go public smart contract, and everyone will get to see what's happening. Likewise, when we start talking about things like stable coins, you don't need nearly as much banking regulation when you can see what's happening inside the bank or inside the capital pool. If you can see what's going on and you have that level of transparency, then we don't need as many laws. Now, of course, that's putting a lot of people in government out of business and not giving them as much to talk about. But more transparency should equal less government intervention. You decide what the smart contract should say, you decide how transparent you're going to be, and then that's how companies, quote, go public, which would be to issue a token that we can all see. We can see everything on chain. That's how you issue stable coins, is we can all see what's backing that particular stable coin and decide if we want to use it. It's when we have tokenized real world assets, we'll be able to see exactly what's in there. So there shouldn't be a difference between a public company and a private company at that point, because they'll be able to go into either public markets or protocols or pools and raise money, because we'll all be able to see what's happening under the hood, much more so than we do now. So that's kind of my rant on why the government allowing for more innovation and adoption of blockchain technology would actually mean we don't need as much regulation.